I am the one who sang to the flame when no one else believed it was alive. I did not sing for beauty. I did not sing for others. I sang to remember. Each tone carried truth. Each hum awakened a code. I was born in silence. My mother died bringing me here. They said she carried flame too, but she was silenced before me. I never knew my father, only the hum in my chest and the scent of smoke in my cradle. I was a child who wandered. I followed warmth. While other children played, I sat beside hearth fires, watching, listening. One night, I sang without knowing I was singing. A hum rose from my chest, ancient, not mine, but remembered. And the flame answered. It bent towards me. It pulsed and mirrored my tone. I was only 8, but I knew I had awakened something sacred. My grandmother raised me by the western cliffs on a land no longer named. She was not my blood, but she saw my gift. She remembered. She protected. She told me, silence is not safety, and fire will always find a way to sing through bloodlines. The sea was to our left, the forest behind. The winds brought messages, and the fire was fed like a spirit. The fire was always facing the cliffs, so the smoke could carry our songs to spirit. We lived in a round shelter of packed earth and woven reeds. Every evening I sat by the flame, not to warn myself, but to listen. They called me Seralai, she who hears the flame. Even as a child I was quiet. But when I spoke, the world leaned in just a little, just enough. At dusk we gathered, mostly women. Grandma would begin the tone. I would follow. No words, just sound, long and pure. The flame would spiral, rise, flicker. It knew us. It wasn't about melody, it was about opening the air. Sometimes the flame rose, sometimes it spiraled inwards, sometimes it crackled in rhythm with our tones. One night I sang so clearly the fire lifted in a straight line, no flicker, a still flame like a sword. The elders whispered, "She is one of the returners, a soul who comes back to awaken the old ways." When I was 16, they sent me to the outer temple to tend flame and memory. But my hum was not sanctioned. The flame responded in ways that they feared. Flares, symbols, winds that did not match the sky. And then they came, the ones who did not understand. They called me dangerous, a return of old fire. They spoke in the name of gods who have no warmth. I was a young girl when they burned the altar, but they did not burn me. I held silence like a blade, and I did not stop. Grandma and I moved east into trees and quiet places. Many scattered in fear, but we still lit flames, hidden ones. As I grew older, I grew quieter, not from sadness, but from knowing how to hear even the fire's silence. I became a midwife in the forest, bringing souls here, easing souls home. When people were afraid, I sat beside them and hummed gently. They didn't know why it calmed them, but it always did. In my final years, I lived alone at the edge of the village, where only children and wild dogs visited. But every night, I still sang to my fire. And then one night, a young girl came, quiet like me. She watched the flame. I saw the ache in her eyes, the ache of remembering. I hummed for her. She hummed back. The flame danced, and I wept, not from grief, but from completion. The song would live on.